Is this life? Is this life a life worth living? 'Cause I don't have the will in me to stand. Is this place a sight worth seeing? 'Cause I don't have the strength in me.
Make up your own rules as you go. Stay only true to what you know and who you are. And who you are. The road may be rough, you might not see the top, but winners don't quit and winners don't stop. The leap may look large, you might think that you'll fall, but winners aren't born, winners work hard. They work hard. You can't win if you don't play. The game might be dirty, but it's okay. You can't win if you don't play. You can't win if you don't play. The game might be dirty, but it's okay. You can't win if you don't play. So you better play the game. So you better play the game.
Setting up here. Ba-boom. What up, what up? What up, what up? That's probably too quiet. It's okay. We'll go too quiet, that's fine. What's up, everybody? How cool is this? Shout out to, I mean, I'll have to look up his name, crap. Shout out to my guy over on X. What's this? Nick Greenewalt. Shout out to Nick Greenewalt for this dope visualization. This is using real-time data to create a little battle. A little visual battle for the price of Bitcoin. You can find this, well, honestly, it's still just a GitHub. It's not like released. It's not a product yet. But if you want to check it out, bitcoin-battlefield.pages.dev. It's pretty cool. I mean, this is a cool idea. I've never seen anybody do this. I like it's basically just using buy and sell orders to create, like, I don't know, probably little ones are little soldiers, bigger ones are like tanks and copters and bombs. That's cool. I thought it was a dope little intro. It needs some sound. It needs a better kind of cinematic. It's hard to keep the battle and the price like in view, no matter what mode you use. But it's really cool. I like this idea. Shout out to him. I thought it'd be a cool kind of warm up for us. Let me turn this off. We'll get to the charts. Appreciate you tuning in today. I need you right now to hit the like button, tap the screen, subscribe, say hello. What's up, boys? What's up, JoJo? Number 1% community. How are you? What's up, One House Productions, Autopilot, Pickle, my guy. Boom, baby. What's up, Yang? Jimmy. Did I hit the barber this week? I did. I did hit it again. Got a little. Let me turn this off. It's actually lagging the crap out of my computer because it's probably not optimized. I did get a little trim, a little freshen up because I will be leaving for vacation. This is the first vacation I've ever taken since I started streaming and trading live 7 years ago. I'll be gone for an entire week. What's up, South Jersey, Andy? How are you, bro? What's up, Trev Dog? Denny. I'll be gone in Mexico on the beaches for a week. So you guys will have to You'll have to wade the waters without me, but I'll be back. Don't worry. I'll miss you all. I won't be able to stream from there. I don't plan to. I leave Sunday, but I technically actually leave like tomorrow to start the trip, so pretty stoked about it. I keep your seatbelts on. I have a feeling markets are just waiting to pounce for me to take a vacation to see the spice. I'm ready, baby. I'm ready. What's up, Mubarak? Regular people camping, how are you? Come say hello, TikTok people. You never do. JPY, probably the biggest chart, and I feel like not that much is happening today. It's kind of a sleepy Friday across markets. JPY being defended here at all-time high. Bank of Japan doing something to prevent the yen from basically imploding. Let it implode. Let it implode. You know what they say? There's 4 types of economies in the world. There's developed, undeveloped, and then there's Japan and Argentina. Argentina? Those are the 4 types. It's like developed is the U.S., undeveloped, I don't know, probably some places in Africa. And then Japan, which is a country that should be poor but is rich. Because they basically just like loaned themselves. Somehow they've loaned themselves into wealth. And there's Argentina, which is the opposite. And it's a country that should be rich. It has all the resources, all the setup, but somehow is poor. Those are the 4 types. Japan trying to hold on to that wealth here. They say that Japan is a country that was 20 years ahead back in 1980. Like it was living in the year 2000, but it is like still in the year 2000 now. So I guess that borrowing didn't really do what they want. I don't know. I've been reading up on Japan's economy. An interesting thing too that I learned is that unlike the US, so in the US you buy a house and it appreciates. In Japan they build houses like for not long term. I'm not saying all of them, but like in general they build houses basically to be used in a lifetime, I guess, and then torn down and built back up. So they're like more similar to a car. Like you buy a house and it depreciates, which actually makes sense, right? You buy a car, it depreciates the second you buy it. Yet you buy a house, you do the same thing with it. You put miles on it, you live in it, you mess it up, and it's worth more the next day. Yeah, it's interesting. Kind of interesting. Watch out for crocodiles in mechs. Oh, I mean, are there beach crocodiles? I'm not too worried. I'll be on a resort. They won't let them crocs mess with us on the resort, right? I found that interesting. But Japan's number is being called, man. Their number is being called. What's going on with the yen here is serious biz. If this breaks out to all-time high, it will be good probably for markets around the world. That's going to be really bad for Japan. So we'll see what happens. Keep an eye on that while I am away. I'll be watching the charts, but I'm not gonna be streaming, not gonna be updating you guys. Bitcoin making an attempt back to July's high. 64.7 looks like a double top here on the just in this week. Double top Monday and Friday, same price. Not a lot of advancement or progress here for Bitcoin's price. Still sideways trading. No higher high. We are potentially at a higher low in July, but no higher high here. Just trading sideways. Maybe into the weekend if we can see a trading breakout above 64.6. Targeting June's highs, 65.5. Could be nice. But we're still far below basically everything that matters. What about the 200 week? I forgot where the 200 week is. I'm in vacation mode already. Actually, here's a hopium. We are trading up intraday. 62.6, that 200 week moving average sits right below us. Yeah. Closing above that this week will be solid. I mean, that'll be a solid candle close. It'll be the second potential close above the 200 week after closing below it. That could be a pretty intense fake out. Could see a reversal off that momentum. Hopefully just trade sideways so I don't miss anything. Just for me, you know, just for me. Dang, man, we're just right where we were. What do you guys think? Saltwater crocs? No thanks. I don't want to be eaten by saltwater croc. What's up, Franklin? The right one. Mac, Alan, Nikki, Ben Choritos. What's up, Sam Shepard? Who else is here today? CBK, I saw you. Bad Baptist, my guy. Happy Friday. What's up, AZ, Marine, Crunk, Tillin? It's a tight-knit group. It's a quieter group today. there's just not a lot going on in markets. A lot of these big things, a lot of these big chip companies are down off their highs. At this point, how long has it been since SPX has really made a move? You wear your Crocs, saltwater and freshwater. I mean, we somewhat had an all-time high in June. I mean, I'll say though, pretty much we haven't had an all-time high since May in stocks. June 2nd, we saw a slightly higher high. It was really just like the end of May's rally, and we have traded sideways now for a month and a half. That's not really a great sign. Today's candle looks pretty fresh. Looks like SPX has tested higher lows, broken its July high. It does look like it's going to take a swing at previous all-time highs. I got to make sure. I knew it. I knew I messed it up. Oh, nobody told me on TikTok. I forgot to put the chart up. Nobody told me. No one said a word. I had like the like battle screen still going, but I closed it, so it was like just text. My bad. There we go. Thanks, Jax Juno. Nobody told me. I didn't have the chart up. I was like, why is nobody staying? Because I just had like, it was just like a zoomed in text. They couldn't see anything. Thanks for subscribing. Who just subscribed? What's up, Sad Hakara Bangira? Appreciate you subscribing. Nadav subscribed as well. Welcome, friends. I was just talking about SPX. Failed to really break all-time high since May. We're now about a month and a half of sideways price action on indices. SanDisk did put in all-time highs in June, but has also fallen here. This is a pretty good-looking recovery. It didn't actually fill my long, which is very sad. 1430 did not fill. That's a decent recovery. What do we think? SanDisk all-time highs this month. Money flow rolling back to positive on low time frames here. Spent a brief time in an oversold state. Not gonna lie though. The momentum, the brakes seemed to be on these markets, and they were not on. That is a visible shift in energy. That is not really what you want to see. Certainly strong names like SanDisk can make recoveries here. Certainly. But man, things are not looking so great. Speaking of not looking so great, Tesla and SpaceX. SpaceX trading to all-time lows post-IPO. Struggling. That is a really, really weak high from Thursday, from yesterday. Messing around down here at 148. We had a little long potential, just looking for a scalp back to previous support at like 155. What's up, GNT? How you doing, man? Juan, Flip Defined, Beats, Potty, MTB Cram. What's up, friends? Welcome. Yeah, now you're back. I've like messed up the stream over there. It's all good. I am looking more and more bearish on SpaceX. There does not seem to be bids here. After breaking to that low, there's just no bid. That is a weak bounce. We did put a long position there. Certainly the take profit did not hit. Still could. Still could see that trading back up to like 155 before trading lower. But that's not the strength you want to see. The IPO price at 135 is, I think, the target. I think that's where we aim if 145 breaks. Not really get a clean fib there or anything. The bearish signal, I think, for SpaceX is right here. A chart that you've probably never seen before if you're just tuning into this channel. Good morning, Fulsome Hodel, my guy. GM. SpaceX versus Tesla. Right now, today, broke to all-time lows. We started looking at this pair back when, on the 12th of June, when SpaceX went live. It put on large gains against Tesla. It gave them up basically the next week. Traded sideways until today. You can see a gap down here, meaning SpaceX losing valuation versus Tesla. And now you are underwater, meaning if you had bought SpaceX the first day it traded live, you would have been better off buying Tesla. You would be in a better position. At this point, you would only be down a little bit, but that is a pretty meaningful change. We talked about this the first day of trading and said, if and when this happens, that's going to be a pretty bearish signal for SpaceX. And I think that's exactly what it's going to prove to be here. About 4% down. You're better off in Tesla. This is not a chart that looks super strong to me. So my thoughts on Carvana. Carvana. What is a? I know I have a chart. CV. Do I have a chart? CVNA. Maybe it's time to start a chart. I want to talk about Bitcoin, but what is it even doing? There's nothing going on with the coin. Trading sideways, looking, praying for a close above 62.6 this week, so we can have 2 closes above the 200-week moving average. That's kind of a I thought this looked Carvana looked really good until I started to see 2021's price action. Like without that, it looks good. With it, not so much for me. Carvana is back to 2021's high. Finding resistance. Now that's an intense recovery off of the bear market, 22's bear market. That's a huge V shape, but it just failed to break out. I've never looked at this chart, I don't think. It's weird. Where are you? Give me my polyline. My polyamorous line. This is what I see when I look at this chart. I'm definitely open to other interpretations. I've only spent a minute looking at it, so when I look at this, I see a diamond pattern. I see a diamond pattern at previous historical resistance. For me, that looks like distribution. That looks like something that wants to sell off again. If it did not have this high in 21, and this was its first kind of attempt in this range, I'd be more bullish on it. RSI is really down there. Let's get a higher time frame though. Still really down there. Money flow. I see this momentum just losing fuel. 200-week moving average. If it breaks down from here, probably the solid target for 35. Dang, that's a huge fall. That's a big old fall. It's like a 50% decline. I could see people reading into this, looking at it as a bull flag. You could. I wouldn't call it that. I would call it that if it didn't have 2021's rally. It's kind of a cool chart. What I don't like about it is it's been 5 years. It's at the same price. It's lost to inflation despite this huge run up. You get a 13,000% run up. What the? Seriously? Since 22, it traded at 70 cents and went to 100. Man, there's only profit takers. Like there has to just be like profit takers here. The longer this trades sideways, the more people are going to get out of those positions. Wow. That's kind of a cool chart, man. Gustavo, you are there, Tom Crown. Am I Gustavo? I am here. I am here. I am here. I never fear, I am here. You sold at $20? Mike, dude, if you bought, where did you buy though? You told this chat to buy at $6 and you sold at 20. That's a crazy game, bro. That's a 3. Like that's awesome. Don't feel bad about that. You made like a 3x in a year. That's nutty. What about MSTR, Juan RF? We can look at MSTR. I'm bearish on MSTR at the moment. I can pull up the chart. I'm bearish with MSTR at the moment. Short from 100. I think I'm looking for like 55 on it. Where are you? MSTR. I need you to keep tapping the screen, subscribing, following, hitting the like button. I need you to keep doing it. Today is Friday, and I need the hype. I'm checked out. I'm going on vacation next week. I'm already checked out. So I need the hype. You're trying to play MK11 online 1-1. You're gonna lose, D-Lo. I suck at those Mortal Kombat games. I'm not a side scrolly fighter. I'm an FPS, extraction, MOBA, MMO kind of guy. There's the likes. Thank you. We have 5,000 taps on TikTok. Let's get to 10,000. Folsom, I feel like that's you. Juan, the MSTR. Hype vibes. Thank you, Renee. Mr. Silva. Mr. Silva, the iframes. Yeah, I mean, I liked Super Smash and stuff, and I played Mortal Kombat when I was, a long time ago, but they were just never my jam. I used to like to be like Scorpion and just like spam the range moves and be like, get over here, uppercut, get over here, uppercut. That's what I did. MSTR. MSTR has a ton of confluence at 55, and here's like my mindset on MSTR. Bitcoin likely has another leg down. Likely, when I say likely, I think it's the only direction that should really be bet on at the moment. Likely is another leg down. MSTR gonna follow it down. Like, I don't see a reality where MSTR rallies while Bitcoin's falling. So Bitcoin hit another leg down wherever that brings price. MSTR gonna look for the same move. There is a ton of confluence for MSTR 55. I have already said that I will long MSTR 55. This chart is crazy. It is absolutely nuts. It has been very respective of the fibs throughout its whatever year history, its 20-year history. That's how we were able to call the exact top on MSTR 540, just using 1618 extension. When you look at all of these moves, it's kind of incredible. From your high to low in 22, your golden Fibonacci retracement, the 618, is at 55. When you look at the same move from the bear market bottom to that bull run top, the golden Fibonacci retracement again sits at 55. Like, it's kind of bonkers. You look at this move, the move we caught this move. I don't know where the long went. We longed MSTR from 100 to like 160. It went past our target, but from 104 to 197, our 2 extension, our measured move target, gives us again 55. I feel like this is just calling. MSTR is calling for 55. Like, the chart just desires it. I don't know. Worst case scenario, it doesn't come, right? But I think it will, and I think that's the position. So logically, I don't think that long is the play for MSTR. I think short at 100 is the play. It's still here. We got 81. I think that this is, again, looking at like a dead cat bounce. I admit we could trade higher than 100, maybe 115. I would say this short is probably cooked around 140. I know that's a big drawdown, but I think like 1 to 110 is the short. And I think over the course of this year into September, October, November, I think we see probably this 55 mark on MSTR. I think that's the play. From there, I think you can long back to 100, potentially farther, but I'm just going to keep it easy. Keep it easy. That's an 82% gain, 55 to 100. I like it. Bottoms in, says Buster Rhymes. It's putting in an inverted head and shoulders. Maybe on like really low time frames. Like, I don't know if I would say that. I wouldn't quite call it that. This, like, I will give it to it on really low time frames. This is not a bad looking chart. You see 100 being tested. That's why I said maybe a pop above 100, but I don't see this meaningfully running. I would love to be wrong, because that would mean that Bitcoin's probably meaningfully running. I would love that. I would prefer to be wrong. So I'll say this. I didn't take the MSTR short at 100, but I will take the long at 55 if it comes. That's where I'm at. I would love for Bitcoin's bottom to be in. I just don't think that's the jam. Look left on MSTR, sure. I mean, where are we looking? We made this call. We made the short at 540, the long at 100. I don't know. I feel like this chart is just like behaving nicely, just following the TA. Here, we're all the way zoomed out. There you go. It's a really gross looking chart zoomed out. Really gross. I'd love to be wrong, man. Rarely do you, like, I feel like in my position, when you stream trades, you stream an analysis, rarely do you want to be wrong. But I want to be wrong about this. I think this is it. You're long 83? Kill it, brother. I'm just a dude, right? I'm just a dude. I'm not a LARP. I don't pretend I'm always right. I don't delete my calls. I don't know. I don't have an ego in the sense of like, if you're trading against me, like, go for it, dude. This is just what I see, right? This is just how I see it. And I think the probable move is down. I don't think the probable move for Bitcoin here is to significantly trade up. I'd love to be wrong about that too. I could see, and I could see this. I could see a return to like 74, 75, 200-day moving average. But that doesn't get us anywhere. Like, this would be nice. It'd be a solid short flush, 16% move. But it just doesn't, I don't think it calls for anything really more. If we could trade above 75, maybe if we trade to low 80s, pull back to the 75-ish zone, obviously, or higher, find support on the 200-day, things can look different. I can say, oh, then I'm looking for more bullish action. But at this moment, we're just exactly where we have been in like every bear market. We're how many days off the low or off the high? 274 days off the all-time high. What do we got? 380 days, just like almost exactly a year from the all-time high. I mean, I'm looking for this to bottom out in September, October, November. Just a dude on the tube, man. If Bitcoin up, why MSTR down? I don't think that. I don't think that, JW. That's what I'm saying. I would love for Bitcoin to pump. I would love for the 4-year cycle to be wrecked. I would love for the bottom to already be in. Honestly, I would make the most money if that were true. I have all like my spot bag. Like, I would make the most money if that were true. I just don't see it. I think Bitcoin's long-term future is up to the right. I think it's going to keep growing. I don't think that this is the 125 is the highest it'll ever go. It'll keep running. But I just don't have a chart here that says to me we are in a bull run at the moment, or that we bottomed out. I think Bitcoin will have another leg down. I think that leg down likely can resemble this. Doesn't have to be a massive leg down. I think MSTR falls. I think they both bottom out, and I think they rally into 2027. That's it. That's what I see. That's what I'm defaulting to until proven otherwise. A good way to start proving otherwise for this chart would be to close this week above the 200-week moving average right here. 62.6, 62.7, whatever. Let's just say to close this weekly candle green would be a good start. Last week we closed at 63.5. That we sell off over the weekend to there. It's a likely spot to bounce. Close green, basically above the 200-week. And we can start looking at other outcomes, other potentials. But that 200-day is just too in our face. The 4-year cycle would mean bull 2027-29. Exactly, Till. What's up, sevens? Short Bitcoin to 40K. I mean, I will say this. I hate shorting Bitcoin because I am just a perma bull on the asset. I'm one of those old school people who are here for the tech, baby. Here for the ideology. But if Bitcoin does make a run this week, next week, and hits the 200-day moving average, I'm going to look to short. But I mean, I only have short positions open on Bitcoin for perps right now. I don't have any longs open. I have my spot bag that's a long position, but I mean, I'll look to short, and I will gladly get liquidated. What's 10% up from here? 81. I can't do 10x at it. Yeah, that's actually rough. 10x at the 200-day will get you liquidated before a retest of May's high. Yeesh. I'll have to think about that, but that's what I'd be looking at. Makes no sense to be a bull in bear market. I mean, all markets reverse eventually, right? Eventually, it makes sense to be on the other side. I just don't think that what you need is to have some kind of invalidation or validation. You have to have some kind of set of criteria where you say, if this is true and this is true, then I have the justification to change, to reverse direction. And until then, why would I do that? I don't know. Crown the man. What's up, Jinx? How you doing, brother? RSI is as low as ever. I mean, they're not gonna like disagree or something, or like try to argue otherwise. But that just, I don't know. I don't think that that is what that sounds like. And you look at the month. Here's the monthly RSI. You can find that in the last 2 bear markets, we have had a lower RSI low on the month. That hasn't happened yet. But guess what? If we had one leg down, even if it was only, let's say, what have we got? Like 57. Even if it was at like 50K, this will hit a new all-time low. Then it will look exactly like all the other bear markets. And then the bottom's in. Just, I don't know. That's just where I'm at. We've, on this channel, we need another ceasefire. Yeah, we need a lot more ceasefires. On this channel, I've live streamed Bitcoin and trading for 7 years. 7 years. We have seen 2 bear market bottoms. We have seen the bear market bottom out 2 times while streaming live basically every day. Each time I've been like just bullish all the way down because I was, newer to trading, newer to the rodeo. This is the first time where I've, before the bottom, or I guess not before the bottom, but this is the first time where on the way down, I have been in the opinion of, yeah, this is what has always happened and this is what I should be looking for. I don't like it. I don't want to be on this side of it, but it's just the same thing over again. Like another one. Jinx, you found this channel during the FTX crash? We were here for that. We were here for the COVID crash. We were here for the FTX crash. We were here the whole time. Actual bulls are stacking in the bear market. It's true. I mean, that you should be selling in the bull and buying in the bear. If you don't, then you're doing it backwards. 2 trillion has fled out of the total crypto market cap. Yeah, but it was all fluffed up with bullshit. It was. Let's be real. It was like so many of those market caps were bull. You'd see a coin just pop into existence. It's like $5 billion market cap. It's like, nah, dude. Nah, there's like $1 million there. Like to extract. There's not a billion. There's definitely not 5 billion. There's like maybe $1 million. Like that was never real. Oil making me sweat about my position too. What's up, Tyler? Making me sweat here. Oil filled the long at 67. Traded to 76. Now 2 days of red. I mean, what is interesting is oil doesn't seem to care at all about the ceasefires, about the, like, it does. I think it does. It's just like worn out. It does not care anymore. It doesn't pump or dump on ceasefire talk or war talk or whatever. It's just doing what it's doing. POTUS. Gold kind of seemed, honestly, all markets to me look kind of exhausted, which I think typically suggests reversal. Gold hanging out here at my short entries at 4,100. This is starting to look less brutal, I'd say, than I thought it would. But I do not think gold's moving up. I don't know why. I think the narrative makes sense for gold to be moving up. But it's not. I think it's going to break down. Solana, damn. Solana has not reached 75 yet. Probably will next week when I'm on vacation. Solana's losing its ground. The reason I was so bullish on Solana, Sol Ethereum has clearly put in its high. Now is retracing. I mean, it's got about 2%. 2% to support. Like, if it doesn't hold here, Solana versus ETH has put in another lower high, and it's looking to trade brutally down against Ethereum. There's still hope there of a bounce, but this was why I went long on Solana. Solana was gaining against ETH and was gaining against Bitcoin, and you can see here on the Sol BTC pair, it's also very close to support. It's likely going to test both of those at the same time. If it bounces off of support for the ETH and BTC pair, we're probably seeing this long from 75 play out. I would target 96. Maybe we want to bring that down a little bit. 83 as a conservative target. But it is losing a lot of the strength that gave me the long to begin with. US 100, please. We can look at that R&D trade. Let me update real quick. STRC, another one of Sailor's babies. 84. Looked for the long, last week? That is a very, very weak reaction to support. I'd move the stop up on this. I would move the stop up on that. I would probably move it into profit. I don't like that. I'd move it into profit and then look to reopen at 82 if it comes on STRC. 16,000 taps. Who's tapped so many times on TikTok? I love you. You're the best. US 100, that's a NAS. NASD? 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 NASD. It really is indices hit their all-time highs in May and now have traded sideways. Nasdaq did a little bit more. June 16th hit all-time high, but we're talking 0.5%. Then it sold off. This is not the greatest, right? This is not the momentum that we saw from Q1 of this year. Q1 of this year was rocketing. Now we're seeing SPX, we're seeing Nasdaq, we're seeing all the indices really except for RUT. RUT's doing fine. Paint, I'd say a diamond. I think a distribution pattern. I think they're looking to sell off. If they don't sell off, if they paint this diamond and they move up, they break up, I think they make a sharp move up and then sell off. I think the more bullish path for these indices is to sell off, backtest previous resistance, maybe October of 25, backtest resistance, find support, and then move higher. At this point, I think the break to the upside would lead to more pain. Would probably lead to a deeper retracement. That's where I'm at. Where's RUT? RUT's the only indice that's still trucking. RUT making these healthy pullbacks every high. I'll say it does have kind of a little loss of momentum here as well. But I think it's looking to continue climbing, even if those other indices kind of give up for a little bit. Man, it's kind of crazy to think that in March of this year, this long filled and the take profit target still hasn't hit. Only 28% up. 3,160. People looking for the short around there. What are y'all doing this weekend? What's everybody doing? Charts are going. What's a RUT? A RUTSL. Small cap 2000. We're all in a rut. Stock market's about to implode, says Captain in Crypto. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. I did make the call. I did make the call that that SpaceX's IPO would be the top. So far it's true. Might not be true. Might not be true next month, but did make the call. Everybody was looking at copper for some reason earlier this week. Copper doesn't look that great either. I think copper's looking to make a move down to 580. I think a long could be played back to all-time high from there. World Cups. What's up, Nimoy? YouTube, 60 likes if you are watching. Yeah, that's just the way it goes, right? Disappointed. You all can do better. This candle on SPY today looks good. I mean, I like it. Something tells me it might not close that way, though. Actually, let's look at the week before we start making... I'm not loving these, man. I think people are starting to lose sight of the fact that from March, April, May, for 3 months, indices just were straight up, and then they really have just done nothing now. We're coming up on a month and a half of doing nothing, of just lower highs. This is the first, right here today on SPY, this is the first kind of candle I like that might be breaking that mold. But even that, it's still, I mean, it's still below June 15th. Some of this looks decent enough. Man, decent enough. VWAP's coming out. Money flow's still pretty good on the week. I don't know. What do you guys think? What's up, 7 Chris? How are you, man? If you don't mind, throw off. That's a never seen somebody put like their card number. I'm definitely gonna go ahead and get rid of that. Weird. What's up, Mike Eli? About to be banned and banned. Yeah, scammer. Beggar scammer. I'm going to miss you guys next week. I got a new boy. I'm going to miss you guys next week. I will be in Mexico at an all-inclusive resort. Hymns. Ooh, the hymns call. That hymns call? Dude, I have been nailing stocks lately. I feel like maybe I should just get into stocks. Get into stock trading more. Losing your touch, Tillin, you're good. Your grandfather didn't, Tillin. You're fine. Profit taking on hymns at 38. I don't have another trade for it though. You did an all-inclusive in Jamaica. I did actually. I've done many years ago, like 15 years ago. God. I did an all-inclusive at Jamaica and it was awesome. It was great. Now I'm going to Mexico. Gonna be on the beach for a week. It's the first vacation I've ever taken since I started trading or started streaming. No, what? Oh, there's Jafari. Jafari, I don't think you're still there on Instagram, but cheers to you. Miss you, darling. Good to see you in. Good to see you pop in over there. Probably. First real vacation. Last year I went to the beach for a weekend. I think I missed one day of streaming. I will not be here all week. It sucks. I will miss. Warsh is going to be in front of the Senate committee on Wednesday. I was trying to figure out a way to kind of like stream that, even if it was just like I wasn't even in it, to set it up that way, but I don't think that's going to work. I think I'm just not going to worry about it. All inclusives are so great. What's up, 𝐂𝐚𝐫𝐭? What's up, man? Dump it, baby. Let's go. What's up, Foxy? Foxy, come with me. Come on the vacation. Go live from the beach. Then maybe I'll do like one of those TikTok-y hand, just like with my face on the beach. We'll see. We'll see. The problem though is like if I went like I couldn't really cover it because I won't have a way to have the video of it on. Like I don't think I have a way to have like that video playing while going live from my phone. Maybe. USD JPY is the thing to watch while I'm gone for sure. For sure, watch USD JPY. Japan is going to do everything they can to keep that. To keep that from just dumping its brains out. But I'm not convinced they're able to do. I'm not convinced that they're able to do it. Oh no, Cidu. We had a long position. This isn't the chart. We had a long position for Cidu at the 200-day moving average. Got a little bounce, and you're below. I'm out. I'm out on this. You walked up to the pool bar, and they handed you a $75 bottle of whiskey. Oh, I'm going to be getting some drink on. Some pina colada. Some pina colada. Ooh, long on VVVs. Triple V at 1092. It's pretty much an entry. This is not looking super great, though. If you did take a long on the triple Vs at, I remember exactly where it was. It would have been at like 1090. You are in profit, but that's looking sketch. I would definitely move the stop loss up on that if it took that long. And if it does get stopped, I'd look to reopen 840. 200-week moving average coming on up. Right over here with previous resistance support. That's a bearish way for this to go. Like say this comes and rejects. You're now looking at, I'll say, kind of a weird, like a midget head and shoulders. I would look only to play that back to 1090. In the water and drinking at the same time. That's my plan. Bitcoin looks heavy. Yeah, dude, it does. Crypto market looks heavy. Bitcoin looks heavy. I mean, right now in this moment today, Bitcoin is like doing okay for the day. The weekly close is the big thing. You gotta close above the 200 week again. You closed last week above. Let's close this week above. It's like 62.8. That's what you need. What do we got on the alerts? PLTR. Is my short playing out on Palantir? I think it is. Go live, baby. We'll go live. Chipped your tooth. Oh, Nemo, that's rough. Dang. Wow, look at this. Okay, well, I guess it stopped this short out, but it's back to the entry, and I think it's looking crappy. I still think the short is the play here. Palantir Technologies. Targeting 84. Dang, yo. Them alerts back. MasterCard rejected from 540. I'm pretty sure that's where we were looking. Not a ton of alerts here. A lot of stuff. A lot is just sideways. Sideways markets, though. Sideways markets are markets that are looking, like, typically to go the other way. DoorDash. Wendy's. Wow, Wendy's actually looks kind of cool. Wendy's looks kind of good here. All-time low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Maybe higher low here. Are we back on SanDisk yet? I'm not, no. What's up, Sticks? No, I think it has a good, out of all the pitches out there, I think it has a better odd of going back to its highs, but I don't know. I think, like, I feel like we've caught a bunch of longs on the way up. I think it's probably time to just let it go. Let it go. So you're going to go higher, cool, take some profit. But I don't know, man. It's getting too risky for me. You said that a million times. True. Hood opened their own chain. Their own crypto chain. I feel like it's probably going to be the most, like, BS'd chain ever. Like, all of the transactions, all the stuff, it's all going to be fake. It's all going to be just like spam to make it look like people are using it. No one's ever going to use it. Why would anyone use it? Testing our take profit back down today. I'd say upside target would be 150. Downside target, if you're looking for a breakdown, like 92. XPL mania. Dude, there's been so many manias where it's just like come and go. Rip currents. Ugh. Well, don't worry. I'm a very strong swimmer. I'll be all right. What's up, Steve-O? How you doing, bro? Slow day. Slow market day. But hey, it's the last day I'm here before vacation. Let's go. Let's go. INTC. What's that, Scabby? INTC. What's up, Dragoose? Oh, Intel. What am I? I told you. I'm already checked out. Strong swimming has nothing to do with it. I mean, certainly it's better than not being a strong swimmer, right? What's up, Steve-O? How you doing, bro? 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 What's up, Steve-O Well, with riptides, all you do is you just swim laterally, right, on the beach. If you get caught in riptide, isn't that what you do? You just swim laterally. Like you swim up or down the beach. You don't swim back to shore. Because don't riptides do this? Aren't they two oval, circular tides that converge and then pull you around so you get sideways, it brings you back? Yeah. See, I guess I'm not just a strong swimmer. I'm an intelligent swimmer. I'll be right. I'll be right. Intel. I mean, Intel could have more upside, but I would take it down here. I would pass on playing this. I mean, you could have a nice type stop loss on a long for Intel. You like 100, just under 100. But I'd rather play it down here at 70. It'll come there eventually. Schmart. I got the schmart. The smart swimmer. Pickle is invited. Come on over, Pickle. Let's go. What's up, Ragco? Oh, someone over on X. SanDisk. Looked at it a little bit. You're the only guy to talk over there on X. 𝐒𝐴𝐳, my friend, welcome. Julie, the brain lady. We got all these old OGs on Instagram watching. I love that. Ghost Money, how are you? Yep, that's it. That's where we are. If you guys haven't joined our Discord yet, you should. No matter where you are, no matter where you're watching, you should join the Discord. It's discord.gg/TomCrown. That's what you should do. Chilling on X. There you go. Telephone Jack. I see you, brother. It's only been an hour, but I'm antsy, man. I'm antsy. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go to the beach. You should check out our sponsors, BYDFi and Femex. Their links are in the video description below. Great places to trade. You should follow and subscribe. Join our crew. We're not going to be live for a week, but we'll be back after that. This is the first time we've taken off, so you can't even complain. Can't even be like, go. No, it's the first time we've ever taken off. Can't complain. We'll be back, though. We're just going to wrap it, guys. Jump in the Discord. I'll update you guys on my trip in the Discord. And I'll be live again when we're back.